We are Grace and Ryan. 2 years ago, we bought a multi-generational smallholding in Somerset with an aim to live the old school good life. During the pandemic, our priorities in life changed. We wanted to be more self-sufficient, live in a greener space and have more financial freedom.
So we sold our house and bought one with Grace's parents in
let's
Somerset,
be gentle.
100 miles away.
Let's be gentle, guys. Oh my goodness me.
This is everything we've got up to in the last 2 years at the little holding.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can you see his legs? It's a gross back. What is that? Is that animal food?
The first thing we started doing was clearing the land. The previous owners had left a lot of unwelcomed items. I mean things such as a bed, plastic, rubble, smashed tiles, a horse paddock full of rubber, but also some useful items too, like pallets and bricks. So we began clearing this and pruning back very overgrown bushes. This also meant that we were in urgent need of a compost heap due to all the green waste we were producing. And that's where those pallets came in handy.
Don't get too excited, but this is our new beautiful compost bin that Ryan built for us. We are going to have two so we can turn it around and stuff eventually, but for now, this is doing its job and it's very exciting. I've been waiting for one of these for ages. We were left with some pallets, we've created it. It's so exciting. We have all kinds of goodness in there and hopefully it will start doing its stuff soon.
Chickens were next on the to-do list. We were very lucky to inherit this beautiful stone chicken house.
So all we needed to do was give it a clean and put a fence up.
Welcome to the chicken home, or the home for the chickens. We painted the door, but apart from that, this was left for us. It's incredible, but it needs a big clean and the chickens are coming in a few days, so we are going to attempt to do that. This is inside, as you can see. It's a little bit dirty. It's not too bad, but it definitely needs a bit of a clean, especially this bit here where they've obviously pooed. We're getting 4 chickens and they're going to have quite a bit of land all the way to the bottom, all the way to this post here, I think. So, yeah, it should be good.
Didn't realise that when you looked at it initially, it was quite thin, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Safe to say, they made themselves right at home. Everyone meet Frodo, Sam, Merry and Pippin.
How are you doing? Hello. Hey, Frodo. I only remember one of their names, and that's Frodo, but they're all named after hobbits, thanks to Ryan, even though they're my mum's chickens. Ryan said he would only sort out the chicken fence if he got to name them. So that's what's happening. Hey, girlies. Hello, have you got an egg for me? Should we see if you've got an egg for me?
I see an egg! Oh. And it's true what they say. There really is nothing better than eating your own produce. So next, we decided to start working on the vegetable garden.
So 2 exciting things are happening today. Obviously we got our chickens and we got an egg, which is really, really exciting. And the second thing, which arguably I am more excited about, is that we are getting some sleepers delivered so we can start on the vegetable garden. This is going to be a really long-term project. We can't afford to do it all straight away.
I couldn't wait to grow as many vegetables as possible. Both staple crops but also varieties that we had never even been able to buy or try before. So after drawing up a rough illustration, we set to to making my dream a reality.
So the next step is we're doing it like one by one. So the next step is that we're going to fill it with cardboard. We're doing the no dig method, so we're just going to cover the grass with cardboard inside the bed, and then I think we'll water it, and then we'll put soil and compost on, and then it's good to go. There we go. As you can see, we've got the cardboard down. We're just weighing it down so it doesn't blow up in the air or anything. That was my poor attempt at filling it up with a few biodegradable materials. When I say that, I mean the wood. Then hopefully that should stop any grass from coming through or weeds, and we can put soil on top. We've got some soil. We got some like soil enricher stuff. We probably should have bulk bought it, and we probably will in the future, but me and Mum got impatient. Well, that's about 420 litres in there, and as you can see, it needs probably another 420 litres. And then while we were away, Ryan during his lunch break has tried to make the other three. They're not level yet, but he's just like cut the wood for them. So you can now kind of get an idea of how it's going to look. I mean, we're hoping to eventually have, you know, like 12 beds.
It was clear that the vegetable garden was going to be a constant work in progress and a project to continue doing over time. So we decided to start doing our next DIY task alongside the vegetable garden.
Because we moved 100 miles away from our family and friends, our next job was the annex. A small one-bedroom house next door to ours, with a bathroom, living area and a kitchen. Originally we had plans to let this out, but once we moved into our home, it became apparent that the sound travelled through our kitchen into theirs. And so for now, we plan to renovate it for family to stay in when coming to visit. It's needed a lot of TLC. It was really yellow, there was a lot of stains, it felt very grubby. This is like the living room area. It needs a bit of TLC still. That lamp's not ours. The woodwork started to be painted but isn't completely painted yet. It looks dark now, but the sun's just gone in, that's why. And that's the front door. Now if I stand in the front door, you can kind of get a better view. So up there is where they had 2 single beds, and we are hoping to have a double bed there. Make it a lot safer. We're gonna like put wooden posts in everywhere, have a good ladder, and then hopefully there should be like a double bed up there and it could be quite cool. As September started to approach, our seedlings were thriving in their new home. We started the growing season a bit late as we moved in after the main sowing period. But even so, it was really exciting to start seeing our dream turn into a reality. And it wasn't long till we were picking apples, pears, plums, and more apples.
I am off to invisible grounds. Don't know when to stop. Returning, it's not the way for me. Only a mile to go. Somewhere I belong. I'll see it clearer now. I'm learning the path as I go. Everybody knows.
So many that we decided to try making cider.
There is a truth in the lies. I dare to leave you twice. There's no tomorrow here. I feel that I'm all out of time. So tell me you stay behind and make sure I get to the end. I hope you can see in the dark. It only takes just a little spark to fill up my head with the light.
As the weather started to get colder, we began the less exciting jobs. Unfortunately, we were still playing clean-up on the previous owners. Trees had grown into metal fencing and needed freeing. And trees needed chopping down. Which apparently meant Ryan needed a quad bike. Obviously.
So none of the trees have been pruned here in a long time. So I have pruned them all, well, most of them. But there's just too much for me to move. But now we have a trailer. I can put them all in the trailer and move them on the trailer. And this is my new toy. I mean work vehicle to do work stuff on. I mean, yeah. We're quite keen to get rid of a lot of the barbed wire that was around here, because there used to be sheep here, but we don't really have any animals anymore. So you see all that fence behind me, that's got to go. It's all rotten and there's barbed wire on it. So all of this fence is going. We're getting rid of the grapevines because they're dead, and they're being smothered by a lot of weeds, and we can't get the lawnmower in here to do it all around all these trees. And then the mess I've made here. So I pruned the tree back. I'm no tree surgeon. I did watch a YouTube video. Yeah, so this is all the mess, which is heavier than it looks. So I'm going to put it all in the trailer and take it to my little place where I cut all the firewood up and where I shred wood. We spent October, September and December of 2021 planning everything we'd like to do on the land of our little holding.
We knew we wanted to start some sort of glamping business, host some foodie events, but we weren't sure what else we'd like to do. What we did know is that we had hoped that in the future we'd be able to make enough money to allow Ryan to give up his current job as a data scientist. But then we had a little surprise. The next 6 months were full of a lot of being ill on my side and a lot of hard work for the rest of the family. We started sorting out the pond, did a lot of DIY both inside the house and outside. We made a whole new growing space in the garden. We removed a whole entire swimming pool. We built a live willow arch. Thought our house was about to flood. Oh, and our septic tank exploded. We built a polytunnel for lots of heat-loving vegetables, got some bees, and started prepping for my sister's wedding. Did we mention that my mum also decided to grow all the flowers for the wedding too? Yeah, it was a lot. And to top it all off, something also killed our chickens. And after 9 torturous, beautiful months, Arthur was born. And that's when the real fun started.
It's perfect!
Fast forward 6 amazing months with Arthur, a nasty recovery from an emergency C-section, and an epic wedding in our garden for my sister. And things started to take off again. I guess you could just say we hibernated up until the beginning of 2023.
Which is when we began this YouTube channel. 2023 was the year of rewilding for us, and so we decided to start planting fruit, birch and nut trees.
These are our trees. So this is hopefully in the future going to be our silver birch woodland. That's the idea.
I think it's called Betula pendula.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Latin name.
I just read the label.
Oh. So the idea is that these silver birch trees should grow beautifully into a bit of a woodland, And then we're hoping over this way to have like a shepherd's hut or something. Eventually. Who knows? Maybe you guys could come and stay on the land.
It was now time to finally get rid of this abandoned shed. Except instead of demolishing it, Ryan had another idea. He wanted to transform it into a log store.
Actually quite a nice shed.
We're not using it as a shed. Was a good start.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so close. You could have really hurt yourself.
Yeah.
So over here is where my split logs will be. I've got some work to do on splitting logs. I'm hoping some people will help with that. I've got a lot of unsplit logs, that's where they're going to live, like here. And then my kindling, well, our kindling over there.
You may remember that at the start of our video we said the vegetable garden was going to take a long time.
Well, we weren't lying, because we were still building vegetable beds nearly 2 years later.
Okay, well if one of them or two of them dies, I guess it's not the end of the world, because
No, not at all.
might need to get a watering can.
A what?
Watering can just to water some of the
Okay.
stuff that's not. Are you growing some that are?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
In 2022, we really struggled to keep up the watering in the polytunnel. So this year we made sure to install a solar panel watering system from our water butts. We continued to plant more trees, and finally we felt ready to get some more chickens.
So something exciting happened this week. Something I've been planning for a little bit. This is what I'm talking about. We got solar. We got solar panels put on our south-facing roof. It's a solar edge system, which means all the panels can work independently. So if one's not getting much sun, then the other one can get lots of sun, and it doesn't quite affect the circuit. That's what I was told. It produces 4 kilowatts at its max, which is great. That's quite a lot, and it seems to be working pretty well. I mean, we haven't had a really sunny day yet to test it. I'm sure in the winter it'll be like, but I mean, with energy prices what they are, and 4 or 5 of us living in a house now, yeah, need to reduce those costs a bit. So spend a bit of money now to save money in the future, because I'm sure electricity prices will get worse.
Wait, you've done something different. These are higher
Yeah,
and more sturdier?
yeah,
Did you do all of these right?
yeah. Bash them in. They probably will.
Getting some more chickens was a big thing for us as a family. It felt a little bit like a fresh start.
Cute, aren't they?
The next few months consisted of us ticking a lot of jobs off on our to-do list.
Snowballs.
We started by setting up camp in the garden. We wanted to try and experience what it would be like for one of you to glamp on our land.
Buddy.
You coming?
Ah.
Oh my, oh thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's speed out.
Can you see his can you see his legs? Like that's all gross and wet.
Yeah.
What is that? I'm like, is that animal poo?
Hiya. Should we go in? Want to go in with Daddy? Yeah. Let's go to sleep easier.
It's actually huge.
Night night.
It's so big.
Yeah.
I always forget how big it is.
Mummy.
Oh wow! Hello. Yeah, so this is our tent. It's a little bit massive. And it's boiling hot. It wasn't meant to be this hot today, was it, Arthur? We should have this up just growing our tomatoes. It's probably very echoey as well.
You don't get any sunshine, lovely. You can't grow tomatoes, can you?
Good point. We basically have land that's split into 2 fields. And then we also have like the vegetable garden. But the 2 fields are like a few acres. 3 acres? What's this? Is this an acre? This is an acre that we're in. And this is where we'd eventually like to have like a glamping hut or something. But at the moment we're working on trying to like rewild the area and let the grass grow really tall and high and see if there's any wildflowers that can grow in it. And we've got like a really pretty path going through it. So this is the start of hopefully something exciting. My dad loves cutting the grass, so we're taking that away from him a little bit, but for a good reason. In fact, that's him mowing the grass right now. So as you can see, there's a path that goes all the way down to our birch trees down there, although you can't really see them very well at the moment, but they're like growing and it's lovely. And then we're gonna have like, yeah, hopefully loads of tall grasses and the occasional flower and stuff. We're not sowing any flowers or anything, we're just letting nature do its thing. But we are hoping to also have a wildflower meadow at some point.
Time really started to creep up on us, because before we knew it, it was time to harvest honey. Our first harvest of the year.
That is happening so quickly. The bees are actually being quite chill currently. So chill that the smoke's just like pointing the other way. This is only one frame of 8, 6 or 6. And so far we've got 1 bottle and it keeps on coming. Wow.
It's honey looking way darker than last time.
Must be different pollen.
Yeah, because there's no apples this time. I wonder what pollen it is.
Look at that.
So cool.
We're very excited. We literally just run out of honey. We haven't bought any all year. We use it to cook and everything. And yeah, we're very excited to be getting another harvest. This is earlier than last year, so hopefully we should be able to get 2. Uh-oh, it's about to rain. Oh, look how many eggs we've got. I won't interrupt you because you're laying an egg, I can see ya.
And before we knew it, we'd been living on our little holding for 2 whole years.
It's safe to say the journey so far has been full of new experiences, both good and bad.
We hope you've enjoyed following our journey so far. Continue to follow us. Remember to subscribe, and we'll see you soon.